Hi, in this video today I'm going to be showing you how to set up the XAMPP website initializer. So the XAMPP website initializer is an open source project that I created for anyone and everyone to use. So this simply allows you to initialize your website with a structured template. So for the first step, you need to just simply download the XAMPP website initializer. So we'll click download and just download this to the desktop. I've extracted the XAMPP website initializer. As of this video, this is what comes in the XAMPP website initializer. So what I'm actually going to do is set this up on Cyberduck. Now the website that I'm going to be using for this demonstration is demo.Kingsley.tech. So I'm just going to enter this, and this will be on the website's root directory. We head back over to the browser and go to demo.Kingsley.tech. You can see we get a 403 forbidden. So now what we'll do is just select all the contents of the XAMPP website initializer and just simply drag it over. So before we activate an index for our website root, what we need to do is actually fill in our data for XAMPP website initializer. So to do that, just go into res-XAMPP and then go to XAMPP.js, and then you need to edit this xampp.main.data.js. Now I have this set up with my IDE, so I can simply just do a Control K and this will open up on Visual Studio Code. So basically how this works is you just fill in the data for each of these variables, and you just make sure you put it in between the quotes. Don't delete any of the variables, just simply leave it blank if you wouldn't like for these items to show up. So what I've done is I've edited a few of the social links. So I've added my links for Bitbucket and GitHub. This can be whatever, as long as you just make sure it's within the double quotes. So for the maintenance page coming soon, all you have to do is basically change the date and time. So what we need to do is drag the htaccess in XAMPP-htaccess to the website root. So what I'm going to do is just copy this over to my website root. So if I drag this and hold Control, you can see there's a little plus, and I'll just bring it to the bottom, and you can see it's after pasting it to the website root. Now the reason why I made a copy is just so that I can always have the original. Now the other thing you need to keep in mind, if you already have a .htaccess, I don't recommend you overwrite it because you might have some important information inside. And what you would do is just edit the current .htaccess that you have, and assuming we're editing it, just make sure you paste all of this at the top. So whatever code you have already, this will be above it. So that's how you do it if you have an existing .htaccess file. Now that we have that done, if we head over to our domain and we refresh, you can see the XAMPP website initializer coming soon page is set, and you can see all the information that we added, that's all showing up. So if I head back over to Visual Studio and I edit this main, and let's assume I'm about to remove the GitHub, and I'll save, and if I refresh, you can see GitHub icon disappears. And if we want to activate our coming soon page, what we need to do is just comment out the start section, so from here to the last line of the end section on the coming soon. So if I do a Control / on Visual Studio Code, it will comment that out. So now I'll just uncomment out this maintenance section and then just save that. So if I head back to the browser and refresh, you can see it's now on the maintenance and it has the time and date for maintenance. And of course, if you do want to activate your stage, it's just at the very bottom. Now do make sure you don't leave two of them uncommented at the same time, because if I save this and refresh, you can see we get service unavailable. So just make sure it's only one at a time. And if we go back, refresh, you can see it's now on the stage zone. Now the other thing that needs to be mentioned on the htaccess is basically if you want to exclude your public IP from being blocked off. So assuming you want to do some maintenance work and you want to be obviously able to access your website and not let other people access it. So what you would do is just simply add your public IP address to one of these lines, or you can add multiple public IP addresses. It's unlimited, so if you want to let like 5 different people have access when you're doing the maintenance or the coming soon, then you can just add their IP addresses there. Now if you actually Google my IP, it will give you your public IP address. So I'll just copy this and then I'll just paste it. And now if I save this and head back here, if I refresh, you can see I'm getting access to the KMP Bootstrap 4 starter template. Now this is set to basically be the index.html, and I'll just explain why it's picking this up. So if we go back to the htaccess, the KMP htaccess, you can see here I have directory indexes set to either index.html, .php, and then finally KMP bootstrap-template. So if none of these two are available in this order, then it's going to pick this last. And now I'm going to open up XAMPP and I'll head over to my XAMPP location. Now if you do want to test this out on XAMPP, you will have to make sure it's at the website root, which in this case the htdocs on XAMPP is classified as the website root. So I've pasted the contents of the website initializer into the htdocs. So now if we start up Apache on XAMPP, then I'll head over to my browser and I'll just head over to localhost. Now you can see it just shows all of this. It's not going to be the same as the remote, because on my remote I have 403 set up, so people don't get to see what's in a particular directory. Now if we just repeat the same steps as what we did for the remote server, so I'll just do that real quick. So copy this, head back to the root, paste this here, and if we refresh this page, it will throw this error, and that's because I have HTTPS redirect up at the top of that file. So just go to proceed, and you can see it brings up the KMP website initializer. So the same as with the server, what I'm going to do is just drag this over to VS Code, and you can see we do have this HTTPS redirect. Now if you don't have HTTPS set up, do make sure you comment this out and save. I'll actually do this on incognito. You can see it doesn't bring up that security message anymore. So yeah, that's pretty much it for setting up the KMP website initializer. There will be more videos made in future, and of course the documentation page will be live pretty soon enough. So do make sure you keep an eye out on this project. If you do have any questions at all, please make sure you leave it down in the comment section below. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.